Hi everyone, Pam here from Creative Homescaping, where I show you how to creatively manage and decorate your home with videos several times a week. In today's video, I am participating in the Fall Tier Trade Challenge, which is being hosted by Arlynn of Arlynn's Country Craft Corner and Kim of Sweet Daisy Creations. Please check out those ladies' channels, as well as the playlist, which I will link in the description box down below when it's available. For today's challenge, we were supposed to put together some sort of tray display for the fall season. So I hope you like what I've come up with. Obviously, I'm tongue-tied today. Stay tuned. So I am about to make a bow for the top of my tray display, which is in my kitchen, and I am using blues, reds, oranges, and greens in that display. And so I thought I would take a look and see how these two ribbons that I recently picked up from Costco will look together. This has a similar green color in it as the polka dot ribbon, so I'm hoping once they mix together with the other items I'm using, it won't look like such a strange contrast. But if I don't like it, then I won't use it. But so what I'm using are these two ribbons I picked up from Costco in my Costco haul, and I'll link that for you in case you haven't seen it. And then I'm using a pipe cleaner, or some people call them chenille stems. I'm using this green color so that it'll blend in a little better with the bows. I need to get some brown, I don't really have that, or tannish color for my white and green. And then some scissors so I can cut the lengths of ribbon, and then I had a ruler. I am making these strips 16 inches long, so I can have a 4-inch loop and 4-inch tails. And I am going to be using the funky bow method. This is a method I actually learned from Arlynn at Arlynn's Country Craft Corner. She says that she learned it from Southern Charm wreaths. So I will link both of those down below in case you want to check them out. But I've tweaked it a little bit myself, just on how I put it together. But what I'm going to do is I've measured this one length, and I'm just going to put it on top of the other ribbon so I don't have to use the ruler again, and then just cut lengths of it that are the same all the way across. That way I'm only having to measure once. So I think I'm going to make an 8-loop bow, and so I will cut these pieces and then be right back. Okay, so before I start putting the bow together, I get it a little bit more prepped. You can see I have all the ends cut here, and what I'm doing is just folding each length of ribbon in half to get started. So I have a pile of the blue and green ribbon, and then I have a pile of this sunsetty colored ribbon here. I have my ruler laid out so that I can measure where I want my 4-inch loop to be. And then I also have my pipe cleaner somewhat folded in half, so once I get the bow done, I can just slide this around it, and I don't have to worry about trying to find the middle while I'm holding the bow in my hand. I'm going to measure down 4 inches, and then I'm going to pinch the ribbon together right there, and then I'm going to twist the back tail so that the right side comes forward to the front of the bow, and fluff that a little bit. And then I'm going to hold that in my one hand. Then I'm going to grab the opposite, the next color ribbon. I'm going to measure down the 4 inches. The other thing you could do if you don't want to do the measuring every time is just put a little dot of permanent marker at the edge. It's going to get covered by the area that's pinched anyway, so it won't matter. So if you want to just go through and put a little dot of marker there, if you're making a lot of bows, I would recommend that you do that. That's a lot easier than having to measure every single time. But since this is a small bow, I'm going to go ahead and measure my 4 inches and just do it each time I put the loop on. So then I'm going to put that next loop on. This is 2-sided ribbon, so I don't really need to twist it around. I'm just going to do it anyway, just because it keeps the form of the bow consistent that way. If you had all double-sided ribbon, you could just pinch it and then just fluff it out. Now, since this is an even numbered loop bow with even number of ribbons, I'm going to go ahead and then turn the next 2 loops the other direction. Okay, I now have all 8 loops in my bow. So you can see more of the green blue is coming forward. When I go to fluff it all out, I'm going to make sure that all of the orangey is coming forward too, since I want more of that color dominant than the bluish green. But now I'm going to take my pipe cleaner. As you can see, it's already looped over, so I just slide it over that center of the bow there. You see that? Since it's already folded, it makes it a lot easier. And then I pull it to the back, and then I squeeze it really tightly, and then I turn my hands opposite directions. So I like to twist going counterclockwise, so I'm going to twist both hands counterclockwise and circle the bow around like that. And now it's all held together. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to pull all the actual loops to the front. And some of the tails can come forward too, but I want these orange loops to come forward. Okay, so that's how it turned out. And it looks a little weird right now because there's such a big contrast between the blue and the orange, but I think once you see it on my tray display, you'll understand why I did it the way I did it. Here is my finished tray display. This is really more of a tiered basket. I'll show you as I lift up this towel here. It's somewhat of a basket, but I don't really have tiered trays per se. And I keep this tiered basket in my kitchen all the time. I usually use it to hold fruits and vegetables at the end of the counter, like onions, avocados, tomatoes, those sorts of things that need to stay out and ripen. But I thought for the fall I would decorate it up with fall items, particularly for this challenge. So I'll start at the top. Here's the bow I made. You can see the blues, greens, and then the sunset and green colors of the ribbons. And you can tell the reason I used those two together is because these dish towels I got at the Target dollar spot, which I have in a haul video. I'm not sure if that'll go up before this or not, but you can see it has the same colors in these towels as are in that ribbon combination, so I thought those would look good together. And then I have one of my little Target bird figurines up here at the top. He has blue on him and oranges, and then I have used the one navy pumpkin I was able to find, as well as some Dollar Tree sunflowers that I showed in another haul video. And I'll link all these other videos below and in iCards so you can look at them if you want to. Then on the second tier, I have another Target bird figurine. This one has blue and green in him, and on his face, I don't know if you can see this or not, but he has a little leaf pattern with blue, red, green, browns, all of those. And then I had one more of these suede-like pumpkins that I bought last year from the Target dollar spot. Same ones I used in my garland dupe. And I put it in here to kind of mimic the blue one up above. If I can find another blue one, then I'm going to put that in there along with them. And again, I have Dollar Tree foliage and sunflower. And then these gourds, they're fake gourds. I've had them for quite a number of years. Oh, at least 10 years. And I've usually put them in a cornucopia, but this time I decided to use them in my tray display. And now I'm going to turn this around so you can see the back. It's not as pretty from the back, but I do have a gourd facing out this way. And then I'll show you how I attached the bow on to the top here. You can see the top has these little scroll pieces that come out from the top of each leg. And I just tied the bow using that length of orangey ribbon in a regular bow at the top, and then kind of crinkled the tails of the ribbon. But I am so happy with how this turned out. These Target tea towels or dish towels are the perfect colors in my kitchen. I have all of these colors in dishware and glasses, and some other decor items I leave up all year long. So I was really happy to see that they had things with blue in them, and I just love how bright and cheery this looks and how cute the little bird figurines look sitting in the display. So what did you think of my tray display? Let me know in the comments down below and tell me if you had a favorite part of it. And if you liked having the bow tutorial. I know Arlynn posts bow tutorials quite often, but I have some other types of bows that I make, so if you want to see those, please let me know that as well. I hope you'll consider subscribing if you've not already done so. As I mentioned before, I post several videos a week on how to creatively manage and decorate your home. I appreciate all of you watching, and I hope you'll go now and check out all the other participants in this playlist, because I'm sure you will see some wonderful tray displays that will give you lots of ideas for your fall season decorating. And I hope you'll come back and join me again. I look forward to seeing all of you next time. Take care.